Hey everyone, thank you for being here. My name is Holly. I'm an energy reader, psychic medium. Use cards as a way to communicate with spirit for general readings. So anyway, yeah, this is a general reading. It can't be anything else, so please understand that. Only take what resonates. And I like to start out with the vibe. All right, the energetic current of the day. And this, and it's Halloween week, so this just speaks of, well, first of all, I love everything about a frog, I always have. And I'm going to start with the little frog affirmation, whatever. The Little Frog's Guide to Self-Care, the affirmation deck. Love it so much. So anyway, but this mug just drew me in because I always think of personal magic, and I mean that personal sparkle and zest for life. And a whole lot of us have been missing that lately and haven't been ourselves. And I know I'm just swollen and puffy and my eyes are itchy and allergies are out of control. So if that's an issue for you, I feel your pain, okay? So anyway, getting back to the message and the vibe. So the reason I pulled this mug, and when I asked Spirit specifically to give me a message for the collective, what I heard was, everything you need is within you. And that one we've used before, but then again, you can't say that enough, right? Everything you need is within you. When you understand how much control and power you do have over your physical health, your mental health, your wellness in general, there may be flare-ups of anger because you realize how much you've allowed in your bubble, how much you've allowed in your energetic field. But it's okay. Let yourself have that moment, but then get rid of it because it's not serving you. And please do not wish anyone harm, but just wish that they become enlightened if they're causing problems for you. And that could be in any field, any area of life. Cheers to that. And I'm going to leave this out because I need a little bit more wake-up coffee. All right, so let's take a look at our Little Frog's affirmations, or guide to self-care. Guide to self-care. And I like the mug because it also has ladybugs on it. I love ladybugs. My biological dad used to call me Bug. Well, I'm oversharing now, but he used to call me Bug, and I was a little bitty kid. He died when I was little. He was a huge man, and as short as and I'm really short, but he was a massive man. And but yeah, and I remember I was just this little bitty kid, and I cried because he called me a bug. And I'm like, yeah, bugs are squishy, and they're not. And he was like, no, like a ladybug. And it was just funny to see this big roughneck guy who was like he didn't know how to console me. And this was not a nice man. I mean, he could do some damage to people if he didn't like them. But he liked me. So, anyway. All right. Ladybugs, frogs, and toadstools, and stars. All right, this one started to pop up. Today is filled with infinite potential and possibility. Woohoo! I like that. I think we all need to claim that one. And that's the one we're going to use. Although this one is, I don't know what it says on the, okay. I will make sure that laughter is a priority in my life. We all definitely could use that one. Look at that. Oh, so sweet. Okay. And the author, or the one who created this deck, is Mabel Equa. And I am just so grateful for that individual. All right, so here we go. Yay. So let's get started. I want to use the Pulp Tarot because not yet too harsh, okay? We need a more gentle energy. Oh, okay. A little surprised. The Arcanum. All right, so we're going to use the Arcanum Tarot. And I never really thought of this as a gentle energy, but okay. And I want very specific messages in this reading. I don't know who this is going to be for, what it's going to be about. The overarching dominant energy is one of everything you need is within you. So hopefully it's an empowering message. Shoot. All right. So much for my shuffling skills. I'm sorry, y'all. It's taking me forever. Okay. No, I'm not taking those because if I'm meant to, I don't even know what they are. So if I'm meant to have them, they'll show up again. All right. Let's see what, oh, now those two definitely. Okay. Oh my. Yep. All right, and another one. Ooh, two more just came out. Four. Very definitively. Okay. All right. So, and these three, they didn't want to stay in the deck. All right, so I'm going to put those to the side. Actually, there's a 3 or 4 of them. I don't know. All right, let me get these out and lined up. Ooh, oh, good news. Good news coming. Yeah, I like all this. Okay, well, good deal. All right, so here's what we've got. Yeah, I don't particularly see these as kind and gentle, but I guess it's the deck that Spirit wants me to use right now. I'm running out of space. All right, I'll put that right there. Okay. We have the 3 of Swords, Heartbreak, 9 of Swords, Dark Night of the Soul, 3 of Cups. In this instance, one person, this is very clearly, I think, going to be a love reading. And I was hoping for a personal empowerment reading, kind of like the ones we had yesterday, but no, we're going to have a love reading, and that's okay, because that's a big part of life too. So someone has a broken heart and they had a dark night of the soul because of it. Because someone was dabbling. And I know there's a female on the card, but it doesn't matter about the imagery. It's just it's the energy of the card. So in this case, somebody was treating you like an option. And that phrase came up once before in a reading. Was it last week? I don't remember. Well, anyway, so someone thought they could... Someone thought they could have their cake and eat it too. Yeah. Gluttony is involved. Gluttony and pleasure seeking and what is it called when a thrill junkie? Yeah. Like someone who can't get enough of the adrenaline rush. That's it. I knew I would hit on it at some point. Maybe not immediately, but all right. So someone has a broken heart. Someone had a dark night of the soul. That could be a person in the collective, because I feel like this is either a cross watcher or someone you're dealing with to help give you perspective of why there's a broken heart and why there's a dark night of the soul. So in this one is someone who is a thrill seeker. And the thrill of the chase meant everything to them. Okay? All right. Now, you don't play that game. And a tower happened. Sometimes people like that. And that's all they want. And if that's all they both want, then fine, because it'll dissolve and they'll both go off to do their thrill seeking somewhere else. However, when it's imbalanced, you get a tower. The problem is that this person realized, oh, this was comfortable. This was nice. I enjoyed myself. Too bad. So sad. All right. All right. We're just going to call it like we see it. All right. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles. So pretty much both people had a tower, but for different reasons. The person with the broken heart had a tower because all of a sudden their world was upended. The person who is the thrill seeker had the tower because they realized, hold on a minute, I lost a good thing. This was good for me. Well, they were too much of a unpleasant individual and greedy, and, because that's pretty clear. There's this is like luxury. This is overflowing. This is not anyone who's even thinking about anyone else's needs. This is a gluttonous Three of Cups. Sometimes Three of Cups can mean third party. Sometimes Three of Cups can mean celebration. I think in yesterday's reading it was about the celestial, yesterday's reading it was about your celestial connection and celebration and all things light and beautiful. But this one is very clear in what it means and in this particular reading. So then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is someone who puts their nose to the grindstone. They know how to work. They know how to get things done. They know how to hustle when they have to. They are looking out for themselves and their own well-being. Okay, then we've got the Knight of Swords. Someone's watching. That's not a watcher card necessarily, but that's what I'm hearing. So someone is watching all of this play out. Okay, so now we're getting, hold on a minute, you all. I've been doing things with the color of my hair because I felt like it was getting, I don't know, and then it tangled up and I had to cut a big chunk of it out, and now it just doesn't want to do what I want it to. Trials and tribulations. Okay. It's because I did not listen to tradition and cut off part of my hair when I went through a grief period. So it forced my hand. So anyway, we won't talk about that. All right. Yeah, it's all good now. Knight of Swords. This is someone who is watching all of this play out. And someone has been waiting to see how it plays out, to see what kind of person you really are. If this is your reading. This may not be your reading. That's why I said it's a love reading right up front. Because a whole lot of people are like, I'm good on my own. You know, I don't need all that. So, but if you are in or have been or want to be in a relationship, here's what's going on that I can see. Okay. I'm not 100% sure where we're going yet, but so far it's good. Not the dark night of the soul and all that, but you are overcoming it. And we're not going to worry about that gluttonous individual because, you know, people only change when they want to. And I don't think this has anything to do with you really. They are still chasing their demons. Okay? Has nothing to do with you. Now, this is an entirely different person. And even though that horse is kind of in a slow trot, almost the way a Knight of Pentacles would be. Usually a Knight of Swords they are very intuitive. They hear the voice of spirit. They simply know things and act upon it. Okay? This one is watching, waiting, biding time. All right. It's not a stalker. I will say that. It is not a stalker because this is someone who is concerned about being hurt as well. Okay. All right. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Oh, a decision has been made. Because I'm asking Spirit in my head, help me out as I go. You know. All right. So the Knight of Swords has finally made a decision. You were just plodding along. You were taking care of your house, your home, your stability, whatever it is you feel like you need to do to take care of you. But this Knight has made a decision. And the decision is going to happen very quickly. Ow. My foot hurts all of a sudden. That was weird. Okay. So, the Six of Wands. This is sort of like the victory lap. This is when someone is coming to a point of recognition. I'll be darned. That gluttonous person wants to change. I don't think they know how. This person, the Knight of Swords, has already made the decision to come in. But right next to this Six of what is it, Wands, we have the Death card. And I kept hearing, this person is trying to change. This person wants to change. Well, I don't think that victory lap's going to be for this person. I think the victory lap is for the Knight of Swords. Someone who's already put the work in, who's on the other side of it. This change card, because that's what it is in this instance, this Death card, this change card, is laying claim to the change. So hopefully this person, this thrill seeker, this adrenaline junkie, that's what I kept trying to think of, adrenaline junkie, hopefully that person will change, but it will be for the next person. Better late than never, right? I guess. Your dark night of the soul is coming to, or it has come to an end, mainly because you buried yourself in trying to find your stability. This person is coming in quickly who's made a decision. And I'm seeing between, again, mid-November to late December, or in this instance, mid-December. That keeps coming up. It came up yesterday in both readings. Oh, well. So this victory lap might belong to the adrenaline junkie, but only if they really mean it and with someone else. Your happiness, your fruitfulness, your being seen will come from this person. All right. And the last card, check this out. Woohoo! Yay! It's a High Priestess. So I think this person might be a little afraid to cross your doorstep again because they know you're a High Priestess. And they know that if you get too comfortable, you'll just go right back to the old ways. Whereas this person also has abilities. And this person knows you can only fool a High Priestess if that person wants to be fooled. When the blinders come off, that's usually when the sword comes unsheathed. Well, howdy do. All right, so I'm getting that this is all going to transpire. For some of you, it's going to be sooner. For some of you, it's going to be later. I feel like this person who wants to change will do it in the November, December range. I feel like the rest of you, a decision has been made, but it potentially may not happen until the turn of the year in January, I'm thinking. But you know, none of that's very far away, really. At all. Not at all. All right, so if you understand that, if you resonate with that, then okay. If you don't try to make it fit. No, not this deck. This one. The Unfolding Path Tarot. Okay, so we're going to get a few more messages from this deck because I feel like okay, let's see. Sore and achy too. All right, so I know. Everybody's got something. So and I'm saying my prayer in my head. Spirit guides and guardians, you know, creator of all things. Okay, this week I've been leaving off words, using wrong verb forms, not making things either plural and only singular when it should be plural. It's just, I don't know what is going on with me. I really don't. That's not normally what I choose to do. All right, so What is the message? Do we have any clarification on this last reading? Oh, I think we do. I was going to say, or another message entirely, but no, we have. Okay, and I said to take that one upside down or inverted. So, normally I don't, but if I hear, take it that way, then that's how I'm going to take it. Huh. Okay. Well, we have some very specific messages here. All right, so we have the Hermit. This always reminds me of, the crone. People use the word crone and hag as a disparaging way to refer to someone, and I don't think so at all. I think it means the wise one. So this is a wise one. This is also the older version of the High Priestess and the Magician all wrapped up together. Okay, so there is wisdom, but if you're not careful, those are spikes coming out, spikes of energy. She knows and sees everything, or he knows and sees everything. It's all about the energy of the card. Remember that. So we have a Hermit, because this card is depicted as both male and female, depending on the deck. So we have a Hermit. Now, the Three of Swords came up again, and this time I was told to take it inverted. Upright, that's a miserable human being. Inverted, it means the heartbreak is over. You are coming out and into the light. You are becoming the Hermit, the High Priestess, the Wise One, the Crone. However that fits for you. It could just distinguish youth from experience. Okay. And then we have 8. The reason why you are no longer heartbroken is because you have chosen to walk away. You have chosen to put on that saucy little hat and skedaddle on down the road. Okay. So they wanted me to click, because I'm asking, why am I seeing this? So they wanted me to, when I say they, I mean the spirit guides and guardians who are helping me out here. They want me to clarify that dark night of the soul in the last reading that was at the beginning, that was for someone in the collective, if this is your reading, you have moved through that. You might still feel a little tender, but you are feeling stronger. You are feeling strong, grounded. You're remembering who you are, and throwing yourself into other projects and work. So that is something that you can truly now claim as in the past, but the recent past, I'm going to guess. Yeah. And then they said the one on the top. So the 6 of coins. This is someone who is gifts are being bestowed on this individual. And I have a feeling this is you if this is your reading. So whomever is in the collective that this is for, your dark night of the soul is definitely over. You have come through the trials and the tribulations. You have learned, you have accepted you're part of the energetic neediness that maybe put you in that position, but you are the strongest individual possible now because of what you learned. And as a result, because you walked away. Now, you will be given gifts. You will find your place. You will, because I feel like what I'm hearing is someone is worried that they may, that they feel like they've shut down or become too hard, and you haven't. You really and truly have not. Whereas a hermit will go and hide in a cave very often, or up on a mountaintop. This one is being shown actively moving away, forward, and receiving gifts. Okay. Yeah, and then open it to the middle, and it's the Queen of Coins. All right, this is still earth energy. So this is the same as the hermit energy. Earth energy, earth energy. So, and under the Queen of Coins, or Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant. So And I'm hearing two people. So again, under this one, we have the one who was the adrenaline junkie, greedy, gluttonous, but we have the Hierophant who is in the best possible version of him or herself, a very spiritual person. And then under that, we have the 7 of sunflowers or coins or pentacles, whatever. All right, so you're going to have to make a choice. So, oh, and look at this on the other side. 8 of Wands again. So a lot of repeating cards between these two decks. But with the Hermit, you move from the Hermit. You end the dark night of the soul. You end the broken heart. You move into, and it's because you take steps to make that happen. You receive gifts and abundance from Spirit, and that's abundance in all ways. Financial, emotional, health, wealth, whatever. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles. And again, this is earth energy, much like the Hermit was. And with this, it is a grounded queen. It is someone who, and again, queen or king, it doesn't matter. But this is someone who is grounded, who is stable, and who... Okay, now this came up yesterday. So it is, this is the empowering part personally. Someone who is in love with his or her life. When someone is in love with their own life first, instead of needing someone to complete it or divert attention away from it, that's an important message. Hear that. Thank you, Spirit. That is not a complete self. So this queen is a complete person, a complete self, and is in love with, well, since it's queen, we'll just say her life or his. It doesn't matter. It really, truly does not. Yeah. Okay. I'm starting to get in my head a little bit and a little jumbled, so I'm going to call it a day with that reading. All right. Thank you so much. I think that was pretty good overall. You're stronger. You're independent. You are self-aware. The good news is that you've done your work. There's someone who is coming in who has also done their work, and that person feels much like you in many ways. However, the other person, you may have to make a choice, because the other person, the person that started the whole avalanche of pain and chaos with the adrenaline junkie stuff, that person is trying to actively change. Oh, interesting. But has not made that declaration to anyone else. So it could be a ploy. Be aware of that. Could be a ploy. Yeah. Okay. That would make sense. That would make more sense. Okay. All right. That's it. I am sending you love and gratitude. Thank you so much for being here. And, oh my gosh. We're already halfway through the week. Okay. All right. Well, then I'll be back with a Thursday reading, which is whenever you see it. That's when you see it. And so that's what makes it a timeless reading, I guess. But when I do talk about November, December, and January, yeah, it's kind of, that's pretty specific. So, yeah. All right. Sending you love and gratitude. Thank you so much. And we'll talk soon.